I was just 10 when everything in my life started to fall apart. Mama died suddenly one rainy morning. They said it was fever, but I wasn't sure. One day, she was singing while making yam porridge. The next day she was in a white wrapper, lying still. They buried her behind the house under the mango tree. Nobody explained much to me or my sister, Ada. She was 6 and cried every night for weeks. Our house was quiet after that. Too quiet. Papa didn't talk much. He would leave before sunrise and return late, barely eating or speaking. We were mostly on our own. Ada started wetting the mat at night, and I had to be the one to clean it so Papa wouldn't get angry. There was no laughter in the house anymore. Just chores, silence, and the smell of old palm oil. Then, one day, Papa told us someone new was coming. Her name is Ifeoma, he said. She will help take care of things. You too must respect her. He didn't ask how we felt. He just said it and that was it. Ifeoma came with 2 big Gonomosgo bags. She wore a long wrapper and a tight blouse that made her look serious, even when she smiled. She brought perfumes and a radio that played loud gospel music. At first, she acted nice, cooked hot meals, gave us sweets, but her eyes never smiled with her mouth. It felt like she was studying us. She made Ada call her mommy the first night. When Ada hesitated, she squeezed her arm and said, "Do you want to join your real mommy in the grave?" I froze when I heard that. That's when I knew something was wrong with this woman. After that first night, Ada started calling her mommy, but her voice was always low, like she was scared. I just called her Ma and tried to stay out of her way. Mama Ifeoma changed once Papa was gone during the day. In front of him, she would smile and ask if we'd eaten. But the moment he left, her face changed. Hard. Cold. Even her voice became sharper, like she was always angry. She didn't like noise. If Ada cried, she would say, "You want to bring bad spirits into this house. Shut up before I help you cry for real." If we didn't wash the plates fast enough or sweep the compound before sunrise, she'd say things like, "Children with dead mothers are always useless." One day, I asked her why she hated us so much. She looked at me, eyes wide, and said, "I don't hate you. But I'm not here to babysit people who don't know how to behave." That night, she gave us dry gari with no sugar and said it was our punishment for being lazy orphans. She started doing strange things too. Sometimes, late at night, I'd wake up to see her outside, sitting beside the old mortar under the mango tree. Just sitting there, not moving, as if waiting for something. Once, I saw her rubbing something like black powder on the wall behind the house. I thought about telling Papa, but I was scared. What if he didn't believe me? Or worse, what if it made things worse for us? Ada cried more. She missed Mama so much. She once asked me if ghosts could talk to small children. I didn't know how to answer. But I knew she was afraid. And I was too. Every day, our home became darker, even when the sun was shining. It didn't feel like a house anymore. It felt like we were living inside something that was watching us. Waiting. Behind our house, near the old mango tree, was a huge wooden mortar. My mother used it when she was alive. She used to pound yam there on Sundays while singing her favorite church songs. But after she died, the mortar sat alone, dusty and full of dry leaves. No one used it anymore. It became part of the background until Mama Ifeoma noticed it. One evening, I saw her pouring something into the mortar. It looked like salt and palm oil. She rubbed it all around and whispered to herself. I stood there watching. She didn't know I was looking. Her face looked strange, like she was in some kind of trance. When she turned and saw me, she didn't shout. She smiled. "Go and fetch water," she said calmly. But her eyes were cold. From that day, I noticed she cleaned the mortar often. sometimes late at night, sometimes when it rained. One time, I even saw feathers inside it, and I knew no bird had died there. Ada started having nightmares. She'd wake up screaming and say she saw a woman inside the mortar, calling her name. I didn't know what to believe. But I started locking the windows at night. I didn't feel safe anymore. It was a Saturday morning. Papa had gone to the farm with Uncle Ejike, and it was just the three of us at home. Mama Ifeoma made pap for breakfast. She poured some in Ada's bowl, but it was too hot. Ada tried to blow on it, but her hand slipped, and the bowl tipped, spilling the pap on the floor. I saw it happen. It was a mistake. Mama Ifeoma froze. Her face stayed blank for a few seconds. Then she looked at Ada with slow, careful eyes. "You want to waste my food?" she asked, still calm. "I'm sorry, it was an accident," Ada whispered, already shaking. "Go outside," she told her. Then she turned to me. "You. Sweep the compound." I obeyed. I took the broom and went out front. But the whole time, something felt wrong. I kept looking back toward the backyard. When I returned, Ada was nowhere to be seen. I asked, "Where's Ada?" "She's sleeping," Mama Ifeoma said. "And if you disturb her, you join her." That night, the house was quiet. Too quiet. I kept waking up, feeling like something was off. Around midnight, I heard a sound. Talk, talk, talk. It was soft at first. I thought it was a branch hitting the wall. Then it got louder. Talk, talk, talk. I sat up. It was coming from the backyard. I tiptoed to the window and peeked out. The sound was coming from the mortar. I called Ada's name, but there was no answer. I whispered, "Ada, are you there?" Still nothing. But the knocking continued, slow and steady. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run to Papa. But he wasn't home. And even if he was, what would I say? There's knocking from the mortar. I closed the window and lay back down, heart racing. I didn't sleep at all. The next morning, I found Ada in the kitchen. She was sitting on the cold floor, arms wrapped around her knees. She didn't talk. Her eyes looked far away, like she wasn't really there. Her clothes were dusty. Her hair was rough, and her arms had marks, red ones. Bruises. I helped her up. "Are you okay?" I asked. She just shook her head. Later, Papa saw her and asked, "What happened to you?" Ada looked at him, her lips shaking. "Mommy said I should sleep inside the bowl." At first, Papa didn't understand. He laughed nervously. "What bowl?" "The one outside," she said softly. "The big one. With the ants." I looked at Papa. He looked at Mama Ifeoma. She smiled. Children say funny things when they dream. But I knew. I believed Ada. She had slept inside the mortar.